All right, friends, it is that time. Of course, you see a package in front of me, and that only means one thing. It is the next installment of the 2023 Metal Print Shootout. Now, if this is your first video that you're watching of this, let me get you up to speed as far as what is going to happen here momentarily. I'm going to crack this thing open. I'm going to share with you literally A to Z, from the packaging to the frame to the print color, the noise, literally no stone left unturned. Now, you may agree with me, you may not, but ultimately, at the end of the day, well, heck, if you decide to go out there and, this one makes it very easy, buy a print from metalprints.com, you have a good idea as far as what your money is going to get you. Now, one of the big reasons why we do these videos, or how we started these 5 years ago, was many of you came to us saying, hey, well, we bought a print because some website said this was the best print that you could get, or best print company that you could get, this and that. And unfortunately, what they did is they went to a site, they went to Google, typed in best metal print, use that as an example, and they'll find a number of websites out there that have a list of print companies that they're saying is the best print. And unfortunately, these websites have never touched the print. They're just using marketing images sent to them from the printing company, and they're just spitting out basically a basic write-up on these things, so they never even touch it. So we do things a little bit different. As I mentioned, we actually crack it open in front of you, and you get to see literally, where is... Oh, here we go. You get to see A to Z. So I'm just going to shut up. I'm going to start cracking this thing open so we can get to the fun part here. Now, this is an interesting box. Metalprints.com. This is one of those brands I've never used, but many of you guys have been asking about these guys. So let's see if we can do this without whacking everything. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, I like this already. So we have my receipt. We have some padding on the bottom here. We have a box that, okay, let's put this down here. We have a box that sandwiches around the print itself, which is really nice. Now here, oh no. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about right here. I like these I like to see companies when they package things up like this. You have the print that is sandwiched right in here. And the reason why this is important is if the print is traveling far to get to where you are, or if you're drop shipping to a client, UPS, FedEx, DHL, you potentially are drop kicking your package. So this is going to help protect the print from a side impact, which is really nice. And then you have that other paper on the bottom that's going to protect it from, let's see, okay, the bottom, and then this piece right here is doing its job there. So it's really cool. It keeps the print really, oh, did I cut myself? I did a little bit. Okay. So we have these big old plastic straps here. That is going to keep that in place. And of course we have, okay, boom. And then it's kind of like a light duty piece of cardboard. Still pretty cool stuff though. All right, then we have the print, and it is in a plastic bag for further protection. Figure out how the heck they have this.
Let's see what you got.
I'm welcomed with a big old, these guys are making sure I don't get my blood all over the place here, but I'm welcomed with, you'd expect that this actually drives me up the wall right here. So a print like this now becomes an extension of, if you're sending this to a client, this becomes an extension of who you are as a professional. One of the first things, and I'm curious whether or not, yeah, it's not going to show. Okay. So there's a big old handprint right here, and come on, you take a microfiber cloth and wipe a print down before you go sending it out. Actually, there's some other prints around here as well. That is, man, that is a big old fat bummer right up the get-go. Anyways, getting back over to the print itself. So this is not a print that I took. I keep looking at my finger to make sure I'm not bleeding all over the place. This is a stock image here, and we chose this very specifically this year, mainly because we have these big dark areas right here, and that's important because if a print company head is not calibrated properly, or is dirty, or it has some sort of wonkiness going on, you can often see some banding or some artifacts within large dark areas and so forth. One of the first things that I am looking at here is for noise. And the noise is actually, there's really not much here. The color's off a little bit here with this, but it is, they sharpened it. I mean, it really, these lines right here, another reason why we chose this photo or this image here is you have all these lines here, which we can quickly see how sharp things are or how soft it is, which of course what we don't. The colors are muted just a tad. These lines are actually pretty sharp, which is nice. It still bothers me on that handprint right there. You know what it reminds me of? Remember the movie Castaway when Tom Hanks grabs that Wilson ball and has his handprint on it? That's what it looks like. Right? It looks like Wilson. It looks like a handprint right from Castaway. Okay, so that is what it is. Now let's, holy smokes. You know what? A couple episodes ago I was talking about how these edges can be very sharp. And I hadn't felt one this sharp right here. This area right here, this is razor sharp right here. This is dangerous. Interesting. Okay, the other edges aren't too bad, but right here, there's an edge right there. I bet you can cut something with that. All right, let's flip this around. Take a look at the back. The frame is it is what it is. Okay, so one thing I do like with the frame here, you have this lifted piece of metal that I'm guessing is 3M. Okay, so it's 3M onto this here, but you have options of how you want to hang that. The thing I don't like off this here, it's a like and don't like. I like that they have the rubber knobbies on here, but again, we're talking about paying attention to detail and kind of first impressions, curb appeal. These they're smeared on here, which look very sloppy, especially this one. I'll put a photo on the screen here so you can see what I'm talking about, but that looks very sloppy. The back of this is dirty. And actually, where's our Chromolux? Awesome, there we go. I can see the Chromolux badge. So again, there we go right there. So the Chromolux, okay, so good to see that. Now, if this is, okay, 4 inches. I can tell 4 inches. Okay, I'm going to assume this was not intended to be in the center, because if that being the case, then clearly somebody was snoozing on the job. Usually they have these in the center, but this is so far up there, I'm going to give them benefit of doubt that was intentional. But the sides or it's actually centered perfectly in the middle there. I really wish they paid a little bit more attention to just, again, kind of similar on the front with somebody's paw prints on there. This back here is quite dirty there. Okay. Let's take a look at the scorecard for metalprints.com. All right, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Another metal print review for the 2023 Metal Print Shootout. Now, these things are always fun to do because you folks have been requesting a number of companies, as we say at the end of each year or even at the end of this video, if there are companies that you would like us to test out. Now, this year, your request that you share with us, we will test out in 2024. And so forth, or who knows, we may test it out outside of the shootout and so forth, but we have to make it fair for all companies involved and so forth. But anyways, this was another fun print to do or review in front of you guys. Now, ultimately what's going to happen, if you want to check to see some of the other reviews that we've done so far this season, go down below in the description. We'll have all those videos there. And then ultimately, depending upon the season, you may even see who we crowned as the winner for 2023 as well. But friends, that is it for me. As always, man, it is great to see you. So we'll be shutting up the cameras and I will see you during the next video.